I love the artistic ability of this community. So many people are putting forward their own fan designs of the prototype from before the official reveal and their own redesigns, and I love them both. There are a lot of posts coming through, and today I'm going to look through another dozen, maybe, perhaps a few more. All of the designs featured in this video are from the Kirbyster Plays Community page. Thank you to all of you who have submitted designs so far. Even if your design isn't featured in a video, I guarantee you I've seen it, I check it pretty much every hour. Before we begin, subscribe if you would like to, and you have a better chance of being able to post in the community tab if you are subscribed. I'm Kirbyster Plays, how you doing? I hope this will appear on future video. My graduation is coming. If this redesigning of the prototype appear on a video, it will be the best graduation gift ever. Well, guess what, Mark? You're first! You are first in this video. I love this design. I was drawn to this design straight away. And also, I love when designs have a little bit of annotation, because it shows that thought that was put into the combination of factors that put together the design, so thank you for that. Firstly, the design looks tattered and broken and bloody, and I love that. There's a Boxy Boo representation. In fact, the entire box is a Jack-in-the-Box box, so that makes sense. You know, the gesture aesthetic, it's being seen through. I remember one of my, I guess you could say, complaints about the prototype official design was that it kind of went half in on the gesture aesthetic and was kind of retreading ground that we'd seen with Boxy Boo. So to see Boxy Boo's exact music box return on the official prototype design, that would be great, and it would be the closest thing that we had to Boxy Boo representation in the mainline game so far, so well done. Mummy Longlegs is there. Again, I expected more from Mummy Longlegs in the official design because of the end of chapter 2. You know, their entire upper half gets kidnapped by the prototype and we only see an arm in the end. Happy Hopscotch at the bottom. So yeah, smiling critters littering the bottom of the box. I love that. There's a combination of factors, multiple heads. I think Bunzo Bunny is there as well. I love this one. It's the best design of the video so far. And considering this is the only one we've looked at, that's quite the achievement. Thank you for this. And happy graduation. Hope to see him in your next vid. You made one? That's a turn up for the books. That's new. I haven't seen something like that before, unless you count the Lego prototype designs, but they're usually by clickbait YouTube channels and aren't that great. This is fantastic. I thought this was Lego, but it looks like it's some kind of felt fabric. I wish I had this level of ability in this exact field, because I would make everything out of these materials. I love this one because it has the beak head. The beak head kind of exemplified a subgenre of prototype fan redesigners, because the beak head kind of came and went. Some people were certain, yes, the prototype will have that. Some people didn't, and some people kind of knew towards the end in the lead up to the official design reveal that they wouldn't have a beak head and decided to just roll with it anyway. I love this, and the fact it's actually real. That's insane. I hope that you display this somewhere in your room and keep it forever, because that's really impressive. Oh, we have a proverb with this one. I like a nice proverb. Thank you, Gabe. A rich man's wealth is his strong city, and like a high wall in his own delusion. Before destruction the heart of man is haughty, but humility goes before glory. He who responds with a word before he hears, it is folly and shame to him. I couldn't have said it better myself. I think. This design is awesome. I can kind of see where the proverb links with this, but if you're still around, I'd like you to comment and clarify for me in particular. I do like this one, also just because of mainly the body, just the organic rib cage and the bone parts on the arms and the sleeves and everything like that. I also love how this just straight up uses both of Mummy Longlegs' arms. They're clearly attached behind the rib cage somewhere. I just like that. And also, you drew the legs. You know, more and more prototype fan designs are drawing the legs, but it is so difficult, so well done for that. Prototype redesign. By the way, I'm 10, so I'm not a professional. That doesn't matter. You know, the term professional artist or professional drawer gets thrown around a lot. There is no barrier to entry. Anyone can draw. You know, we are going to see a massive spectrum of ability in this video, so there's a big variety. You don't have to worry about being a professional. Also, the Overlord entity is a really cool username. I like this one obviously because of the face. Not only is the poppy gas used to shroud the rest of the design, which is really cool, but on the jester hat in particular, I swear to God I can see eyes in the torn open part of the jester hat, which is terrifying. It's it gives the idea that the prototype is part of something bigger than themselves. And that's something which is very difficult to portray through just one drawing, so I think massive congratulations on that. And I can also see some obvious Mummy Longlegs representation. But just the fact that this looks so ominous, and the fact that there are multiple entities, multiple voices, multiple faces in this design without it jumping out at you and being in your face, I think that's incredibly impressive. Well done. Well done. That's really, really good. This is my prototype design from the oldest face, and hope you like it. Well, I do. Onaro mixed up. We're getting some really good usernames in this video. I just noticed that. This is huge, right? Like, this gives the impression that the prototype is massive. And you know, we've been introduced now to so many cave and chasm areas in the lower levels of Playtime Co. that I wouldn't have been surprised if the prototype just was this big. I love this one. I'm looking at all of the arms and how like robotic it is, and also like that face is just so scary. Like, I can't even like sugarcoat that. The face is just so scary. So really well done. Made a redesign of the prototype. I hope you like it. It took me 2 hours. Well, the Yoshi Egg Studio, I love it. Honestly, because like, think of all of the unique concepts that appear in this design. Firstly, and I am going to start with like the big catnap head. I don't know why, but when some people said I wish the prototype had multiple heads from different toys, I kind of like the idea of like one of the toys' heads being as big as the prototypes. I don't know why, but it just gives off the impression that the prototype is a real jumble. So basically, exactly what this design is saying. I would have loved that, and like, so long as there's catnap, there's the potential for the prototype to expel poppy gas. And that was something which I kind of wish we'd seen more of in the official prototype, and we may do in Chapter 6, but just using poppy gas as a weapon. I think that would be really effective, and that's something that this design in particular could do quite well. I like the unique kind of facial structure, and the teeth on it in particular are really scary. But the main thing is obviously like this heart contraption on the body. I love that. That's so scary. It's an obvious weak point in gameplay. It's an obvious way to take the prototype down. I don't know, I just really like it. My redesign of the prototype, wow! The skill! This is amazing, honestly. Like, I love, firstly, like, how covered the head is by, like, the jester hat and everything like that, and yet there is still this twisted, demented, disgusting prototype mask behind it, which is so horrific and scary. I love it to death. This long neck, the prototype at the bottom, and it has a saw. I love it. I love it when prototype van designs are just like, you know what, let's just put a saw there. Hell yeah. I love the boxy representation. Again, the box is kind of like in the same position as the first design we looked at. And that makes sense, you know? Gesture aesthetic, wind-up music box, just kind of goes together like a two-piece jigsaw. And the body is majority robotic. And I'm honestly okay with that. I love how like one of Mummy Longlegs' arms wraps around the leg right there. And I can see there's like what I assume to be an inspiration source image at the bottom. I like that. And honestly, maybe the prototype makes more sense as a scorpion rather than a spider. You know, maybe it does. And I can kind of see what you mean. You know, with like their giant arms and stuff like that. I like it. And that's the reason why I chose this design, is because there's so much to think about. My redesign for the prototype, Captain Rex. This looks great, doesn't it? I love when some people put like a character size comparison, so you can see this is legitimately huge. Probably around 19-20 feet, the same as like the regular prototype official design, which is great. A skull head, obviously, and a jester hat. Is that some kind of monitor or some kind of toy creation device type thing on the bottom there? Either way, it's a really cool design, and it fits the design, just the colours, the look, the size, everything. It just kind of fits. I like this poppy gas expulsion chamber thing, or at least that's what I'm assuming it is. It could just be another leg. Boxy at the back. Look at that. Look at him. My prototype redesign. For this one, the prototype not only takes parts from toys, but modifies them. That's a really cool idea, because, you know, the prototype has had forever to modify itself, to take together all of the parts at once and change them however it needs, and we kind of got that in the official design. But I like this one because the legs are different colours. Isn't that amazing? That's especially in line with what we got in the early Poppy Playtime titles. Bright colours and like a toy aesthetic, which is kind of lost in the final prototype design. So I'm really glad that you decided to make that choice, and I just love the amount of colour in this one. It's just a really good idea. My newest and my favourite prototype redesign I've made. This is highly based off the machine from the movie 9. Love that movie. It's so underrated. I love the movie 9. And kind of that pit scene from Toy Story 3 or 4, I guess. I know which scene you mean. I love the Toy Story movies. I named this design The Collector. That's something I hadn't even thought about. You know, if you're making your own prototype fan design, give it its own name. Make it an OC. I love this design just because it's so wildly different to the one we ended up getting. It shows the full broad range of just creativity and imagination. I love the amount of arms on it. I love like the centerpiece and how everything is built around it. It's good, it's great, and like it fits, it works with the games. This is just a really good drawing. Spino. Oh, there's a Spinosaurus, so it's probably Spino. I just really like this design. I love like the fractured, broken, huggy head and all of like the lines and stuff. This is exactly the kind of thing that I would like draw in the corner of a page in school. So big well done. And those are all of the designs that I'm going to look through this time personally. I know that there are way more. So I'm going to keep on looking through them, keep on seeing if there are any which fit for another video. Until then, keep drawing your new designs, post, give each other some positive feedback in the Kirbyster Plays Community tab. I love how active people are. Talk to each other, post your own designs. This is your opportunity to show off your design and spread that positivity to other people. So subscribe if you'd like. I don't know if you need to subscribe to post in the community, but people that are subscribed can absolutely access it. So to be on the safe side, just subscribe to the channel if you want to submit anything or see the posts that are on there. That's all from me. I'm Kirbyster Plays. Bye.